Hello Commanders. In this video, I want to share some knowledge regarding railguns, which have become a bit of a hobby horse for me. Yes, they only come in class 2 weapon size, they generate a shit ton of heat, they consume an abundance of power, and they have this annoying fire delay which makes them hard to use. And some commanders even consider them ugly. To me, they are awesome weapons of massive dankness. Awesome, because they can deal precision strikes from up to 6 kilometers away. They hit instantly, so there really is no chance to dodge the shots. And massive dankness, because they allow you to do this. And also this. Railguns bring 2 little extras to your ship, making them perhaps the most useful weapons you can put in a class 2 weapon slot. These extras come from the engineering modification long range grade 5 and 2 very famous specials. The Super Penetrator and the Feedback Cascade special effect. Super Penetrator enables your railgun slugs to pierce through multiple internal modules and damage them all at once. This will inevitably cripple your opponent due to occurring malfunctions and eventually disable him because essential modules are out. And hitting the power plant when it is already at 0% integrity has a chance to blow him up. Even if he has installed module reinforcement packages, the Super Penetrator will greatly help you melt through those installments. However, you can only damage internal modules when the shield is down. So shield tanks are a lot safer to fly against a superpen user. Most of the shield tanks carry shield cell banks to recharge the shield, largely increasing its total health pool. And that's where the second special effect becomes very useful. A successful hit with a feedback cascade rail during the spool-up time of an SCB cancels 90% of the recharge. If you do the math, this is a freaking huge deal. Cancelling 140 megajoules of absolute shield energy is like getting hit by a class 4 plasma with no hips in systems. So in top tier PvP battles, it is often the deciding factor who is better at cancelling the other's SCBs. So get a pair of those suckers and transform them into long range feedback and superpens. Okay now. So how do I go about training to shoot with these things, you ask? Well, here is one way how to do it. First, you need a proper ship for this. Basically, you can use every ship in the game, but I recommend to go with either an FDL, a Federal Assault ship, a Krator, for those of you low on credits, with a Viper Mark III. All of them have 2 medium weapon slots with a good convergence. And a good convergence is important. So now put the rails on and make sure you know which of these little dots your superpen is. I recommend putting it either on the far left or far right of your ship, because this will make life easier for you later. You can start practicing your aim everywhere, even right in front of a station. Now, the next thing I am about to say is probably hard to swallow for some. I am a true believer in the ways of flight assist off and the use of mouse and keyboard. I don't think that I personally could pull off any decent shot with flight assist on or using a joystick. But there are commanders who can do it and actually got very good at it. You need to figure this shit out for yourself. Try to always keep the target in front of you, select a subsystem and start to practice sliding your superpen dot into that little box. Notice how there is a little bit of auto tracking going on when you are very close. I call this the snap. Try to get a feel for this snap when you slide the dots in and out of the box. I recommend to slide into the box from the left or right, because the yaw axis is the least sensitive and allows for the highest precision. I also recommend doing this from the opposite side of where your superpen is. You want to get the superpen snap first. If you also manage to get the feedback snap, good for you. Also notice how the dots move apart as the target gets closer. This is the reason you want to have a good convergence with your rails. Sniping actually gets harder when you are closer to the target. 3 to 5 kilometers works best. Next thing to train is the timing. You need to get the feeling for the fire delay. So go and shoot some helpless NPCs. Don't try to get the snap first and then fire. No. It is far better with one flowing motion. Charge your rails up before you are on target and match the snap with the shot. It takes practice, but it is very rewarding. Once you have developed your feel for the timing and motion, you will not only know when to pop the shot, but also when to abort by releasing the trigger. Now get out there, buy a pair of railguns and engineer them, and then start your practice to become another rail master, because there is nothing more satisfying than blowing someone up with a power plant malfunction. Especially if he has still 90% of his hull left, or he tried to wake out right before you destroyed his frame shift drive. I am deZpe, and I thank you for watching.